Scion is a brand in an interesting place at the moment. Enter two vehicles. One is the IA. That's not this one. This is the IM. And it looks sporty, right? We're gonna have to dive in and see if that's really the case, because underneath, it's mostly a Corolla. So there's some cool styling elements here. There's a nice little character line in the shoulder line area. It fades into the taillights. There's a tiny spoiler. There's a nice little side skirt down there. The wheels look good. You come to the front, it's got a nice lower piece here on the fascia, some blacked out elements in the grille. It's not a bad looking car. So under the hood, don't expect to be blown away. This is an economy car after all. That is a 1.8 liter 4-cylinder engine, and it's good for 137 horsepower. It's fuel efficient. It can get 37 miles per gallon out on the highway. In combined driving, it'll actually get over 30 miles per gallon. It's rated at about 31. So it's not a thirsty sipper, and that's a good thing. Interestingly enough, you can actually pair this with a 6-speed manual gearbox. The gearbox we expect most IM buyers to opt for, however, is the CVT. It has 7 fake ratios that you can, choose yourself if you want, but it's a CVT. It's just gonna go, that's what CVTs do, and that's what it'll do here. The cabin space of the Scion IM is actually really nicely designed. They've done a really good job of just using a nice mixture of materials and a little bit of color, or I should say the absence of color, because I really like the way the black and the white contrast here and the two different materials with this hard plastic, which actually doesn't look like cheap hard plastic, just looks like a design choice aesthetic, and this faux leatherette white stripe here. The cloth seats are nicely bolstered, super comfortable. I'm a fan of cloth seats. I don't think you always need leather. The steering wheel has some fake, two-tone stitching, which works here. It looks good. It's not gonna fool anybody to think it was handcrafted by Aston Martin, but it does look nice. Now, one thing I don't enjoy is this key. It's a very Audi-esque key. Audi was the first one doing these switchblade keys. And I mean, if you're gonna give me this, give me a push button here. Now I have a key that takes up more space in my pocket for no reason. If I have a fob, I accept that it's big, but if I have to use an actual key and take this in and out of my pocket, it gets a little annoying. I can show you how easily I can be entertained with the Scion IM gear shift selector. Look at the colors you can choose inside the Scion IM. Something's happening, I can tell because the CVT got louder. Now, I'm not expecting a sports car here, but we do have a car that looks sporty, so I was hoping that there was a little more to back this up. The suspension's a little harsh and also a little bit bouncy at the same time. Additionally, the steering has this weird on-center feel that when you swing past it, it's like, I don't know, it just feels a little softer on center than it should, and the car rolls a little bit more than it should too. There's nothing here besides the style and the comfort, because the seats are comfortable, to get me excited about. Now, the IA is probably the one you'll be interested in if you care about driving, because the chassis underneath it is the Mazda 2 sedan that we don't get in this country. That's a great chassis, which means that the IA should drive very nicely. Problem is the IA looks the way the IA looks. The IM is the one that looks cool, and the IA is the one you want to get. This car starts just under $20,000. The manual is actually about 18.2 or so, just over 18. The CVT equipped one runs into 19. Start adding in options, of course the price is gonna go up. We've got the nice Pioneer head unit here, which, better sound system and all that good stuff. You're still not gonna get too expensive with this car. It's still an economy car, it's still an economy Scion. It's a fuel efficient car. There's nothing exciting about it. Toyota has recently stated that they're going to be making cars more exciting. And for the most part, they are. They're doing a pretty darn good job of that. It's just not happening here. It's not a bad car, not by any means. It's fine. It's just, there's nothing really to get excited about here.